What does it mean to truly experience a place? This is the question that often lingers in the minds of those bitten by the travel bug. It's not just about ticking off the must-see sites from a list or snapping photos against picturesque backdrops. No, it's about delving into the heart of a destination, peeling back its layers and revealing its soul. When we talk about traveling, we're not just referring to being a tourist. A tourist might visit the Eiffel Tower in Paris or the Colosseum in Rome, take a few photographs, buy a souvenir, and then move on to the next item on their itinerary. But a traveler seeks to understand the essence of a place. They seek out experiences that allow them to connect with their surroundings on a deeper level. They strive to see the world through the eyes of those who live there. Imagine venturing into the labyrinthine streets of an old city, not just to admire the architecture, but to feel the pulse of the community that thrives within. Picture yourself in a bustling local market, not just to buy trinkets, but to observe the rhythm of daily life, the kaleidoscope of sounds, scents and colours that define the place. Think about sitting in a quaint cafe, not just to sip on a coffee, but to soak in the atmosphere, to listen to the local dialect or language, to watch the world go by from a local's perspective. This is what it means to be a traveller rather than a tourist. This is what it means to truly experience a place. It's about immersing oneself in the culture, the people, the food, the language, the history, and the nature of the place. It's about seeking connections, forging memories, and leaving a piece of your heart behind. It's about understanding that every destination has a soul, a unique spirit that can only be perceived when one takes the time to truly experience it. And it's about realizing that in the process of unveiling the soul of a destination, we often end up unveiling a part of our own soul as well. It's about immersing oneself in the culture, the people, the food, the language, the history, and the nature of the place. And what if I told you that culture is the lifeblood of any destination? Yes, the vibrant pulse that courses through the streets, the markets, the homes, and the hearts of the people. It's this cultural heartbeat that gives a place its unique identity, its soul. Imagine this. You're in a small town during their annual festival. Locals wearing traditional attire, streets adorned with colourful decorations, and the air is filled with the sound of folk music. You're not just observing, you're participating, dancing along with the locals, tasting the festival delicacies, soaking in the joyous energy. You're not just a spectator, you're part of the celebration. Now let's shift the scene. You're in a quaint village where the art of pottery has been passed down through generations. You sit down at the potter's wheel, clay in your hands, guided by a local craftsman. As the wheel spins, you're not merely shaping clay, you're moulding a piece of the local heritage, a fragment of their story. Or perhaps you find yourself in a bustling city, where modern skyscrapers stand tall against a backdrop of centuries-old architecture. You learn a local dance, a rhythmic expression of the city's history and its present, a dance that tells a tale of resilience and evolution. These are not mere tourist activities. They are experiences, immersions into the very fabric of a place's culture. They provide a deeper understanding, a genuine connection that goes beyond the surface. It's not about ticking off a checklist. It's about forging real connections with the people, their traditions, their way of life. Culture, you'll find, is not confined to museums or art galleries. It's in the everyday, in the street-side cafes, in the local markets, in the laughter and conversations of the people. It's in their stories, their music, their dance, their crafts. It's in their way of life. When you engage with the culture, you're no longer an outsider. You become part of the story. You become a character in their narrative, a part of their journey. And that, my friends, is the true essence of travel. Have you ever thought how food can be a language, a form of communication that transcends barriers? Now let's take a stroll through the bustling food markets of the world, right from the comfort of our seats. Imagine the aromatic spices of Morocco, the intricate sushi rolls of Japan, and the hearty cassoulets of France. Each dish, an edible testament to the culture and spirit of its origin, has a story to tell. Food is the soul of a place. It's a sensory experience that introduces us to the local palate, the unique blend of flavors that defines a region. It's an invitation to experience the world through taste, to understand the traditions and values that have been passed down through generations. Consider the humble tortilla, a staple in Mexican cuisine. Something as simple as corn, lime and water, when combined, can form the foundation of a culture's culinary identity. This is not just food, it's a story of survival, of ingenuity, and of the land from which it sprang. Or how about the rich, creamy curry dishes of India? Each spoonful carries the history of trade routes, invasions, and cultural mingling. The spices, the heat, the depth of flavors, they all tell a tale of a complex and vibrant culture. And let's not forget about the significance of mealtime rituals. In some cultures, meals are a time for community, for families to come together and share their day over a shared plate. In others, it's a time for quiet reflection, an opportunity to appreciate the food and the hands that prepared it. These experiences, these tastes and smells, they form a connection between us and the place. They provide insights into the local way of life, their relationship with the land, their history, their struggles and their joys. Food is not just fuel for our bodies, it's a conversation between cultures, a delicious dialogue that invites us to understand and appreciate the world in a different, deeper way. And so we find that to truly know a place, one must taste it. But what can the past teach us about a place? And how does nature shape its identity? These questions might seem abstract, but bear with me as we delve into the heart of what makes a destination truly unique. History is akin to a looking glass that allows us to peek into the past, to understand a place's journey through time. Each monument, each relic, each cobblestone street, and each local legend is a piece of a grand puzzle that offers us a glimpse into the soul of a destination. When we visit the Great Wall of China, we're not just seeing an architectural marvel. We're walking the path of ancient soldiers, feeling the echoes of countless battles fought, victories won, and sacrifices made. Similarly, nature too plays a pivotal role in shaping a place's identity. The fjords of Norway, the sandy dunes of the Sahara, the lush rainforests of Brazil, they aren't just beautiful landscapes. They are elements that have influenced the lifestyle, culture, and even the temperament of the people who call these places home. The way the locals respect and coexist with nature, the traditions they've developed, the stories they've woven around it, all of it adds another layer of depth to our understanding of their identity. But let's not forget, history and nature are not just about the past or the present, they are also about the future. They are the custodians of lessons learned and experiences shared. They hold the promise of adventure and discovery for those willing to venture beyond the beaten path. They are the silent storytellers, whispering tales of triumph, resilience and harmony in the ears of those who dare to listen. So the next time you set out to explore a new place, remember you're not just a traveler, you're an explorer, a historian, a naturalist. You're on a quest to unravel the tapestry of experiences that have shaped a destination's identity. History and nature are the canvases upon which a place paints its identity. They are the brushstrokes that color a destination's soul. And it's our privilege as travelers to witness this magnificent painting unfold before our very eyes. So what does it truly mean to experience a place? To truly experience a place, we must go beyond the typical sightseeing. We must immerse ourselves in the local culture, taste the local cuisine, and dive into the history and nature of the place. It's about understanding the destination at its core, not just ticking off the tourist hotspots from your checklist. Engaging with local culture is an integral part of truly experiencing a place. It's about interacting with the locals, participating in their traditions, and understanding their way of life. It's about appreciating the uniqueness of their customs, their music, their dance, their language. By immersing ourselves in the local culture, we not only enrich our travel experiences but also broaden our perspectives. Trying local cuisine is another significant aspect of experiencing a place. Food is a universal language that speaks volumes about a culture. It tells a story of the people, their history, their lifestyle. By tasting the local cuisine, we get a sense of the local flavors, the local ingredients, the local cooking techniques, and the love and passion that goes into preparing the food. Understanding the history and nature is also vital to truly experience a place. It's about visiting the historical sites, learning about the past, understanding the evolution of the place. It's about exploring the natural landscapes, appreciating the biodiversity, understanding the interplay of humans and nature. By delving into the history and nature, we not only gain knowledge but also develop a deep connection with the place. Travel is an art, and like any art, it requires us to go beyond the surface, to explore, to understand, to feel. So, the next time you travel, remember to unveil the soul of your destination. Truly, experiencing a place is about embracing the destination with an open mind and an open heart. It's about letting the destination shape us, change us, inspire us. It's about creating memories that will last a lifetime, because at the end of the day, that's what travel is all about. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the art of travel.